Hello. Welcome to this. Whoop. That was the wrong button. Um, Welcome to Pokemon Shield. I am 5 badges into the story, but I kind of want a shiny squirrel. As you can see, I've battled 702 of them. Oh, don't worry. It's okay. The thing you spoiled seems kind of minor, and I know it wasn't on purpose. So don't worry about it, Galvantula. So let's fight a bunch of squirrels, I guess. That's really all one can do. Also, meet a Corviknight that I caught off stream. His name is Sir Kawain. And he will be our squirrel destroying machine today. Hello. So basically what I'm going to be doing is running around on Route 1 and encountering squirrels and destroying them. And the more squirrels I destroy, eventually I should get a good squirrel that's sparkly, maybe? Hopefully. Hello. And it should just be sort of a relaxing time for everybody except for the squirrels. I'll probably get the shiny 5 minutes into the stream, yeah. Well, it's already 5 minutes into the stream, but I only started like 3 minutes ago. So, like only actually started. I still really like how in this game you can hear like the flying type Pokemon flap their wings. That's a really cool touch. The cry of the Squovit doesn't really match the animation because it looks like it's super hype to be here, but it just makes this little noise that I don't even know how to describe. It's this tiny squirrel sound. The sort of sound that you make when you are a tiny squirrel. Oh, my fashion is a little different from how I ended the last stream too. I refined it more, I suppose. Just a little creature. I don't know what actual sound that squirrels make. They sound like angry Donald Duck, apparently. That's kind of incredible. I tried breeding a Squovit a bit too, but I think for something this common, just fighting them in the wild might be better, because releasing things from boxes after you breed a bunch of them is way more tedious than anything else related to the process, I think. I don't have a lot of excess squirrels that I don't have anything to do with in this case. At least with the thing I bred until I got a shiny, it's something that people would be interested in. So I can like surprise trade it without feeling guilty. But nobody wants like a pile of squirrels. Probably. So I'm just damaging the ecosystem instead of using all of my computer storage. I'm sure it'll be fine though. What happens if you use U-turn when there's only one Pokemon in your party? Well, it doesn't really matter because I also faint the Squovit, I guess. So many squirrels. I don't think U-turn makes you run, but it would ask you to switch out, like even on a wild opponent, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. Do you think these squirrels feel pressured enough yet, with all the pressure I'm exerting with my Corviknight? Yeah, I think Teleport runs away from wild battles. I think that's right. I don't know if there's... I mean, Roar also, and Whirlwind. Basically anything that would make the opponent switch out, but also teleport. Squovit's little freckles are pretty good. I wonder what they will be like in the shiny color. It would be neat if Teleport had combat use too. I don't know what it would be exactly, but it would be neat, probably. So many squirrels. How many squirrels? 718 so far. Not counting the ones that I did breed, which would add like another 40, 50 to that number, if it did count. That is merely the number of squirrels that I have destroyed or caught. That would be an interesting move idea, like something that works like Protect or Detect and also switches you out. But I think that would be really strong for Teleport. It's definitely a cool idea though. Oh, teleport had battle use in Let's Go? I'm not I don't know for sure if detect and switch together in a move would be a good idea, but I like it. It's hard to say for sure what would be good in Pokemon, I think. And yeah, some of the Pokemon that do have teleport are pretty powerful. But you'd also have to take up a move slot with teleport. Everything is pretty complicated to balance and figure out. Oh wait, it's a negative priority switch move? Like already? That's kind of interesting. Wooloo is great. Ah, that's really cool. What teleport does in Let's Go. So basically, if you think they're gonna switch out, if you use teleport, you get to switch second and like switch into something that has an advantage. That's really neat, actually. I had no idea about that. I wonder if it still does that in this game. It's a good thing that there are infinite squirrels in this world. Oh, that was the brilliant Pokemon, I think they are called. I got Wax. Ah! Wooloo cameo! By accident. Luckily, I'm pretty sure that that doesn't break any chain if there is a chain mechanic. So that Wooloo does not disrupt anything. Wait, Electrode has teleport? So many squirrels. Oh right, teleport is a TM and let's go. I forgot they put it back as a TM. I mean, it was in the first generation, I think? Maybe? TMs are weird. They keep changing them. TMs are pretty weird so far in this game, too. Hey, another brilliant squirrel. Gonna get those. What? That move is a little silly looking. I could turn off animations to make this go a little bit faster, technically. But I don't think that would be very exciting. I could also use something that doesn't have to pop up a message saying that it's exerting pressure. Whatever. No big deal. I don't know if I'll even use a Squovit for its evolution if I catch a shiny one. I think I just want a shiny one because they're pretty cute, they're really common, and the evolution made me laugh for like an entire minute. I feel like I'll probably evolve it if I catch it. At least to see what it looks like. I feel like the evolved form works pretty well as a mascot for me anyways. if I wanted to have it as a mascot. It embodies some of my core values, I suppose. Yeah, exactly. It's a big fat goofball. Exactly as I aspire to be. Sir Kawain is running out of move pool points a little bit. He's gonna have to start doing U-turns 15 times in a row. Like he's trying to figure out how to pull into the McDonald's off of the highway. But he can't. The moral of this story is that birds can't drive, which is why they are the taxi service in the region. What am I talking about anymore? Well, I guess if I do shiny hunting streams, I'm gonna eventually start going on weird tangents, it seems like. That seems fun. I'm a real shiny hunter now? Is that a thing that all shiny hunters do? I'm kind of assuming that when I do encounter it, I'll just be able to like throw an Ultra Ball and succeed. Yeah, I remember when you got a shiny Dragonite Millie. That was fun. I liked that. I liked when I got some shinies on stream in Let's Go. I made really silly noises. It's really weird to me that you can't see them. Like when you see the Pokemon walking around in this game, you can't tell if they're shiny beforehand. You could in Let's Go, but in this game you can't. Which I think has its pros and cons, honestly. I don't know how to word what I think the pros of that are. But I had thought of some before. I feel like it's a little easier on my anxiety, because I don't have to think, what if I miss seeing one? I think that was it. Like, what if one pops up but I don't notice? Now I just have to worry about that happening when I get into a fight with one. Because what if there's still a lot of shiny Pokemon that look basically the same? I guess. I don't really know what the shiny Squirrel looks like. For all I know, they could be barely different. One benefit, I suppose, to hatching shinies is that you don't have to worry about accidentally missing something or messing it up as much. Though I did like almost release my shiny that I have. Or like I would have if it were possible to release more than one Pokemon at a time. I am afraid of my own clumsiness. The Pokemon is still hidden by a shadow when you encounter them if they're not one of the ones that you can see walking around. Like if they're one of the ones where the grass starts like rustling and you run into it, they will emerge from a shadow. Still. I think that's how a lot of the rarer encounters on routes go, is ones that you can't see like that. There's a lot of Pokemon that like I haven't encountered in routes I've been through. There are some interesting encounters even on this route that I could have gotten way earlier than I did. Like when there's an exclamation point that pops up in the grass like one just did. Like here's something coming out of the grass. Ta-da! It's still a Skwovet. I'm assuming that encountering it in a slightly different way doesn't break any sort of chain. Whenever I see a Skwovet emerging from the grass in that way with the shadow, I always sort of... It always sort of looks like they have some kind of weird hairstyle before it fades in. And I kind of wish they did. That would be cute. Almost out of U-turns. Every time there's something that has a max PP of 20 and it gets down to 4, I laugh to myself a little bit inside of my head. I'm really glad that the move Magical Leaf has a max PP of 20, because it's a perfect move for that. I'm gonna go to the Pokemon Center and heal before I completely run out of move. Okay, it's a little funny when you just have one Pokemon and it just goes boop. Just one boop. Just one little boop. Let's talk to Wooloo for good luck. Give me your blessing, Wooloo. Whoops. Back to drilling. How many squirrels are we at now? 760. You know, I've developed a weird aversion to like when I'm saying a number out loud, like 760. I've developed an aversion to saying it like 760. I always take out the and. I think a teacher once said to me that you're not supposed to say the and in numbers. And I don't know if that's even true, but it's like stuck in my head forever. But it always feels awkward every time I say a number. And I always notice it. And always sounds right, but I feel bad saying it for some reason. I don't understand. Language is hard. You can say and, but you can't say but. 100 but 42. That would be something. If people started talking like that. Because of the camera in battles, my eyes keep being drawn to Corviknight's weirdly diamond-shaped thighs. I guess that's like armor plating, maybe? But like, what's the deal with that? It is a knight. I suppose it's armor plating. but like, it looks like that's just the shape of that leg part. It's just a big chunk. And then the rest of the leg is sticking out of it at a kind of weird angle. Corviknight's pretty neat though. Nothing wrong with being a big chunk, that's right. Oh no, the squirrel disappeared into the wall. I'm really getting curious what a shiny squirrel will look like. Oh, thank you. I like my outfit as well. It's good. I always go for this color scheme when I can, I think. Iza's outfit is good too. I don't think I have an up-to-date Iza trading card, so I can't show you what it looks like. I like the fashion in this game a lot more than I liked the Gen 7 fashion. Gen 7 fashion was just like entirely t-shirts and shorts. I'm sure I have at least one or two more like fashion stores to unlock in this game. And that's honestly a lot more exciting than other things sometimes. Yeah, it's really nice to have layers that you can equip. Video game fashion is important. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of other coats are available. Like maybe there's like leather coats or something, like wintry coats. Maybe a coat with like a fluffy hooded collar or something like that. Splatoon fashion is also very good. What do I think Shiny Squovit will look like? Or what do I imagine? I don't know if there's anything specific that I'm hoping for. But my guess is like a light gray or white color. That's sort of what I'm anticipating. Maybe the freckles will be like blue or something, I don't know. The freckles will stand out in a different sort of way. I guess like a silvery color is sort of what I'm imagining. Black and red for an extra hardcore Squovit. The punk Squovit to go along with the Galarian Zigzagoon line and so on. That would be funny. I would also accept Pachirisu colors. Just like Squovit pretending to be Pachirisu. Because as we all know, Pachirisu is a legendary Pokemon. Everyone wants to be Pachirisu, if you're a squirrel. Pachirisu replacing Palkia in that one randomizer I did was really good, basically. Or, not Palkia. It wasn't Palkia, it was... One of the Gen 5 legendaries that I'm forgetting the name is Zekrom? Or Reshiram? I guess it would have been Reshiram, right? A reddish-orange Squovit also seems likely, like the sort of color that a Nickit is, but on a Squovit. I just hope I can find out what a shiny Squovit looks like. If I do get a shiny Squovit, this will be like the second shiny that I've ever gotten on purpose. That is what I was looking for. The first one being the other one that I got in this game already. Thank you for believing in me. I'll do my best. If nothing else, I'll have a funnily large number of squirrels defeated in my Pokédex. I wonder if there's a limit to how many it tracks. Like if there's a maximum number of digits, like can you have a 4-digit number in the dex? Can you have a 5-digit number in the dex? Can the dex be like, you have defeated 99,999 squirrels? $500 is the maximum amount that matters for increasing shiny encounter rate, I believe. So I've already passed that point. Oh no, a bug. Luckily, I don't think that matters. I'm expecting to like accidentally bump into a Wooloo and it's going to be a shiny one before I find the squirrel. That would be great if the numbers in the deck switched to scientific notation. I'd love that. I crit that squirrel. I'm just going around like clubbing baby squirrels with a bird made of steel. And this is completely legal and ethical. And nothing is wrong. Hello. Yep, a big Cronite. I feel like, well, Corviknight was a Pokemon they revealed really early, so... No worrying about, I wasn't worried about spoiling anyone on what Corviknight looked like, I guess. And that's why they're my Squirrel Destroyer right now. I'm really happy with the name I gave mine though, Sir Kawain. Sir Kawain can Gigantamax. They are a Gigantamax Corviknight. which is also a thing that was officially revealed, but yeah. That's why they are on... That's why I've been using them, actually. They're the first Gigantamax that I got. When I encountered them in the wild area, I couldn't tell from the icon that it was a special Corviknight. So I was just like, oh, that looks like Corviknight. Oh right, Meowth and Eevee. I keep forgetting that I have the Meowth and the Eevee. This was the first Gigantamax that I found and caught in a non-event based manner. But yeah, I didn't recognize from the icon in the wild area that they were a special Corviknight. Else I would have asked anyone online if they had wanted to try to get it. I just sort of fought it, and then I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean G-Max attack? I forget what their G-Max move is called. Though honestly, another big reason I'm using this Corviknight is probably because I'm really amused by the nickname I came up with for him. Colleen. Have a good thing to eat, Millie. See you later. It'd be cool if Dynamaxing and stuff was a little more common. Maybe it will be in a future thing or a post-game thing, but if it is, don't tell me. Because I don't know. I'm only 5 badges in. Maybe Shiny Squirrel will be golden. I thought of that because Tam mentioned Sonic, and I thought of, like, what's his name? Ray, the flying squirrel? Is that... Yeah, Ray is like a golden color. Maybe Shiny Squirrel will be golden. So, golden, silver, or red, I think, are the 3 colors I'm expecting. Or as possible. Place your bets, everyone! Or don't. Especially if you know the answer, don't do it then. Obviously, Shiny Squirrel will be like a rainbow holographic trading card that looks like a different color at every angle. Blue? Maybe. Was Gawain Knuckles in Sonic and the Black Knight? I don't remember who was who. Shadow was probably Lancelot, I guess. I think it was Shadow, Knuckles, and Blaze. It's been a while since I've seen that game. I forget who Blaze was. Like, Percival? That seems weird. I don't know if that's anywhere close. It'd be funny if I was right, though. Oh, I was right. So Knuckles is Gawain, Shadow is Lancelot, and Blaze is Percival, and for some reason I remembered this? I don't know why my brain kept that information around. That's kind of funny. Maybe I expected a pop quiz later. Oh, there are a bunch of other characters that showed up as knights too? Like in bonus options? I didn't know that. Ah, Silver and Jet. That's cool. I didn't know Jet existed in anything outside of the Riders games, like at all. Well, wait, I think Jet was in like some of the Olympics games. But like not playable or not properly playable. There was something weird with Jet. It'd be kind of fun to try Sonic Riders again sometime. Jet is Lamarok? I don't even know who that is in Arthurian legends. That'd be a good name for Corviknight, though. I feel like this would be good on like a Sonic trivia challenge, is like what Knight of the Round Table was Blazed or Jet or whatever in Sonic and the Black Knight. Obviously, I should emulate and stream the first Sonic Riders game. Full playthrough of the story mode. No editing the copious amounts of failure out. That game's hard. Like, first you have to get a hang on how it works, and then even then it's hard. What Arthurian knight was blazed in Sonic and the Talking Sword? Maybe all of them were. Whoa, dude, Talking Sword. Whoa. Oh, Amy's also playable? Just as Amy, though? That's kind of funny. It is a shame that Knights was not a playable knight. Knights was playable in the first Sonic Riders game, I think. They had a few like cameo characters in that. In the first Sonic Riders game, you could unlock and play as Eggman, but he was not allowed to use a hoverboard or skates. He could only use the bike type vehicles. Because he was too big to use a hoverboard or skates or something like that. It was kind of weird. So Eggman couldn't even use the sacred treasure he'd been trying to get the whole game. Even though he hates what it ended up being. Knights is referee in Sonic All-Stars Racing. Knights is playable in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Team Racing Transform Deluxe Plus Super Edition, or whatever that game is called. I think Knights like turns into the different vehicles in that game, and it looks a little weird, and I don't think I like it. But that is a Knights thing to do, from what little I know of Knights. The real sacred treasure was teamwork. I mean, more or less. Because you did have to put aside your differences to fight a genie, or whatever. As you do. So many squirrels are being sacrificed. I've actually put a lot of thought into how I would handle a genie. It's a silly thing to put a lot of thought into, but sometimes you're just desperate and wish magic was real, you know? I don't trust genies, though. Too many of them are tricksters. I'd have to spend a wish on an elaborate explanation of the rules and, like, tricks of the genie in question. Brilliant squirrel. Give me that wattage. It's interesting that you can see brilliant Pokemon on the map, but you can't, like, see when a Pokemon is shiny. Shiny odds have always not been very high. I think the shiny odds are like the base is like 1,000 or 1 in 4,096. I think is the number. And that the odds get better the more you encounter the Pokemon. Or like the different methods you use have different odds. And there were some other things you could do. In this game, the shiny odds go up based on the amount of a creature that you have encountered. I have encountered at least 500 squirrels, so I have the maximum increase of odds from that. I don't know if there's still a change in the odds from encountering a bunch of something in a row, but I think that there is. There's probably still a way to get a shiny charm, which increases the odds as well. Usually that is by completing the Pokédex. Which I cannot do because I have not beaten the game yet, and I'm only 5 badges in. So I don't really know what my odds are, but I do have a shiny Pokemon that I got from a breeding method. I'm trying to get this one through the wild encounter method. The official source on shinies on the website, I believe, says that it doesn't matter if you encounter Pokemon consecutively. But I've seen other people say that chaining them together does increase the odds, and I might have missed something about that on the website. The website may have only been talking about it doesn't matter in regard to the total number part of the equation. It's nice that there's an official source on shiny Pokemon at all and how things work, because that's a new thing that they don't usually do. It'll happen eventually, if I persist enough. At least in theory. And it's just kind of a chill thing to stream, I guess. Squirrels! So many squirrels! Hi Rika! I love you. How many squirrels? 819 squirrels so far. Mika is good. That is correct. I should go restore my moves. Boop, boop. I just walk into the Pokemon Center and like set my giant crow on the counter with a blank expression. Give me your blessing, Lulu. There are other Wooloos here too, I think. I must collect the blessings. I am filled with power. Now that I have spoken to all the Wooloo, surely my very next Skwovet will be the shiny I seek. Nope. There should be a Wooloo emote if there's not. You calculated an average time for finding this? Or I mean... Okay. A number of Skwovet's. Alright then. What number have you come up with? I'm curious. 2080, huh? Alright then. Using the so-called Masuda method for hatching eggs using Pokemon of different languages. The previous shiny took me about 480 of the Pokemon. The odds for that are probably different. I don't know what the odds of a egg hatching into a shiny in that scenario are. I did hatch some squirrels as well, previously. But I decided to like, try and get this one through a wild encounter instead. Because otherwise I would have boxes full of squirrels that I'd have to get rid of. Like I already have boxes full of something else that I have to get rid of. At least there's surprise trades, but if I do those, I see things before I should. So many squirrels. Did you know there's a website called Dream Dictionary, or Dream Moods Dream Dictionary, that I think is fun because the definitions of things on this website about like what things you see in dreams mean are usually pretty bogus. Like sometimes they're a little bit insightful, but mostly dumb and silly. There is a specific entry on this website related to what it means if you dream about running squirrels over with a lawnmower. Which seems like a really specific thing to have a definition of, if you ask me. Here's the entry for a squirrel. It's actually pretty long. It has, some regular things. But it also says, well, you know what? I need to fill air on a shiny hunting stream. To see a squirrel in your dream suggests that you are hoarding something. You are holding on to too much and need to learn to let go. On the other hand, a squirrel may also mean that you need to reserve your time and energy. Alternatively, a squirrel indicates that you're pursuing empty and fruitless endeavors. That's appropriate for this, maybe, depending on who you ask. It's time to give up on this dead-end relationship or unprofitable projects. To dream that you are trying to run over squirrels with a lawnmower, there it is, suggest that you are trying to change your beliefs and alter your ideas in order to conform to others. You are looking for some form of acceptance. To dream that you are feeding a squirrel denotes that comfort will come about through hard work, diligence, and prudence. To see a white squirrel in your dream symbolizes perseverance. And that is the Dream Dictionary, or Dream Moods Dream Dictionary entry on what squirrels mean. And you're right, part of it is basically just a dictionary entry for squirrel as a verb. There is no mention of a squirrel feeding you. But I could look up what it means to feed, maybe? Maybe that's in here? There's definitely some strange ones. Let's see, dreaming that you're feeding people in a famine. To dream that you are feeding someone indicates that someone in your life is in need of love and acceptance. That someone could be an aspect of yourself. There's nothing about being fed in that particular one. I love you too. To wear a fedora hat in your dream symbolizes coolness. No. Dream Dictionary is wrong. Feeling. Please see emotions. Honestly, I could do an entire stream about the stream dictionary if you let me do it. Fellatio, please see oral sex. Okay. Dream dictionary is quite something. It likes to try and make things about sex. A lot of the things it says in different definitions of things are really kind of straightforward or obvious. For example, to dream that you're performing oral sex on yourself represents your need for self-gratification, it says. You don't say. To see an orb in your dream symbolizes truth and a sudden understanding or realization. The power of the orb. Orb is like one of my favorite words. I bet for sphere it says please see orb. I'm gonna bet on that. Oh no, it doesn't. To see a sphere in your dream represents your spirituality. To see or dream that you are Spider-Man indicates that you need to draw on your own inner strength and willpower in order to overcome adversity. Things will happen if you set your mind to it. Dreaming of a multicolored or rainbow-colored spider points to a situation that you should avoid. Watch out for them gay spiders, everyone. Heck yeah. Smooch all those gay spiders. That's the moral of the stream right there. If you dream about a spider with multiple eyes, then it highlights female intuition. Trust your gut feeling. What the? Okay. Tam, you just mentioned Tam and Isa. You both just mentioned Freud. And this says, to dream that you are bitten by a spider represents a conflict with your mother or some dominant female figure in your life. There really is Freud in here. I bet Freud has his own entry. I bet it's like to dream about Freud. Would that be under Freud or Sigmund? Yeah, most spiders have multiple eyes, but I guess if you like, you know, focus on the eye in the dream. Oh, there isn't actually anything about Freud in here, I don't think. What does it mean to dream of being a butterfly? Nothing about that, but there are various other butterfly things. For example, to dream that you are mounting a butterfly on a frame symbolizes sexual oppression, evidently. I don't know how, but it does. That's a weird entry. That's what I mean about sometimes Dream Dictionary Just wants things to be about sex. Oh, well, there's the stream curse, because right under the entry for butterflies, buttocks, naturally. What does it mean to dream about Wooloo? That's the real question we should be asking. But I don't think Wooloo is in Dream Dictionary. What does it mean to dream? Well, isn't that a deep question? Uh-oh, if you dream about a shiny Wooloo, dreaming about a black sheep in your dream symbolizes greed and tempt— oh wait, that's a spoiler about what shiny Wooloo looks like. Pretend I'm just speculating, and also banish me to hell. I think Dream Dictionary is unfair to sheep, personally. I kind of wish this website just had a button to give me a random definition. But I don't think that's the intended use of the website. Yay, hugs. I didn't expect to get sidetracked by Dream Dictionary. This is just what happens when I, like, am prone to a tangent, I guess. Derailment. To dream that a train is derailed suggests that you're doing something against your own conscience. That's a funny thing to run into right as I'm thinking about how I got derailed. I'm just sort of scrolling. This is what happens when I have not much to talk about, I guess. Dreams are like one of my interests, I guess. If you get me going, I can talk about dreams a lot. And like dumb Dream Dictionary things, because I think they're funny and also they're related to something I think is really interesting. There's a few different things that you can really get me rambling about. Usually my opinions on like fictional stories that I don't like or think are funny because they're dumb. But also like dreaming and RPG ideas and stuff like that. I often feel like I'm either really quiet or rambling incoherently. Or just like saying the same things over and over to people. I accidentally ran into a rookity, by the way, but that's okay. That is not a big deal. Apparently, if you dream about going to Disneyland, it might mean that you're sad. That's something. Where is the squirrel? Where is the super special squirrel? Where are they at? Gonna find that squirrel. Gonna put it in an orb. Distance, please see far. What? That's funny for some reason. What if you dream about going to Carnival Night Zone? Should I look up Carnival or Barrel to figure that one out? To dream that you are at the carnival represents falsehoods and deception. What? If you observe freakish sights, it denotes a lack of harmony in your domestic life. Much sorrow will arise in what were thought to be pleasant times. Why? Why is the carnival entry so dire? What? Carnivals are like hell, apparently? I learned something today. Wow. To dream that you are on a carnival ride suggests you're going in circles, and it may also symbolize cheap thrills. To dream that you run away with the carnival denotes that you will be involved in or closely connected to the entertainment field. Oh, at least that one's kind of positive. I guess. I was not prepared. To see an empty barrel in your dream signifies unfulfilled needs and emotional emptiness. If there's something inside the barrel, consider the significance of the contents. If you're putting a stopper into the barrel, then it suggests you need to hold on to what you have. Perhaps you're feeling a little unstable or insecure about your position or status in life. There's nothing about trying to figure out how to get past a barrel with your controller, but barrels still seem pretty dire as well. I wonder if there's an entry for Sonic the Hedgehog. What if I dream about Sonic the Hedgehog? What? To see a hedgehog in your dream suggests that you are being overly sensitive. You are taking everything too personally. Alternatively, it refers to losing your soul. What? What? I'm losing my mind. right now. To see a cylinder suggests you're receptive to new ideas, especially if both ends of the cylinder are open. If the cylinder is closed, that implies that you're exhibiting caution in what you share about yourself. This is not the direction I thought this stream would go in, but given that I'm hunting squirrels, I probably should have seen it coming. Oh, there's nothing for Sonic specifically. What about aiming? I can look up hammers. To see a hammer signifies power, strength, virility, and masculine attitudes. It also symbolizes growth and construction. Alternatively, the dream may also be a pun on being hammered or intoxicated. To dream you're using a hammer represents your determination and drive in pursuing your goals. You'll accomplish your tasks with great success. Be careful not to be too forceful. Alternatively, it suggests you may be dealing with old demons and inner struggles. Well, okay. Whoa. To see or eat a hamburger in your dream suggests you are lacking in some emotional, intellectual, or physical component in order to feel whole again. What? I'm sorry, this is probably not what some people wanted out of this stream either. Word association would be a more useful dream dictionary than this? You're probably right. I always thought word association was kind of fun. As like a little game to play. To see a hamster in your dream represents underdeveloped emotions. Yeah, because you have to go around collecting all the ham words to like learn how to emote properly, right? I understand that one. That makes sense. Maybe I should try one of those Hamtaro games sometime. Wow. To see a hamster wheel in your dream implies that your efforts are too insignificant to make a difference. What the? What do you have against hamsters? Well, there is another aspect of hamsters that's not negative, necessarily. Because apparently hamsters may indicate that issues of sexuality are trivial to you. For some reason. I wonder what Morpeko would think of that entry. They'd probably be pretty hangry about it. To see blood on your hand signifies that you're experiencing some sort of guilt. I like how some of them are really straightforward and like blunt and obvious or dumb. And other ones are just like, oh, well, you know, if you dream about Pinocchio, it means something ridiculous. I don't know why I thought of Pinocchio. To dream that you or someone is in fuzzy handcuffs implies that you're ready to take a relationship to the next level. I feel like that tells me something about the person who wrote this. Person or persons. It depends on who you ask. Love you too. Oh hey, Harry Potter is in here. No Sonic the Hedgehog, but there's an entry for Harry Potter. Gosh. Way to respect the classics or whatever. I misread something as to dream that you are a helicopter. But no, it's to dream that you are in a helicopter, which is less interesting. Oh, okay. There's an entry for Hello Kitty. As it's in alphabetical order, it's directly after the entry for Hell. Yeah. This is probably not meant as like a absolutely true resource, but it's sure written as if it was. Kind of like a psychology paper would be. But that's a different rant. Yeah, it definitely seems like someone who thinks they know everything and that people can be solved. But it is not that easy. Oh, is there tarot in this? Because there's an entry for High Priestess. I wonder if there are other things in here related to that. Excuse me? Wait a minute. Oh, I guess that's technically correct. Hobo, please see Vagrant, it says. Don't know how I feel about that. But I guess that's technically true. As far as dictionary definitions go. So... yeah, if I looked at a different website, I feel like this is the kind of... This is the kind of, thing that would probably give a virus, maybe. There's a big chunk of entry on homosexual. It's not as negative as I was expecting. Also, it says at the very end of the giant entry, if you're homosexual in your waking life, then the dream is simply a reflection of your own self. Homicide, please see murder. Yep. To see a hoof in your dream represents balance, grace, and discipline. So Dream Dictionary likes hooves. At least it's got that going for it. Isa. Well, hey, it's also a fan of hookahs. To see or smoke a hookah in your dream represents ease and relaxation. Isa, you're good. I don't know if you were saying the thing that you said in a negative sense, but if you were, then you're good. And if you weren't, then you're still good. That's just the kind of language that's ambiguous as to what you mean. If it's a good thing, then okay. Wow, there's a lot about horses here. Like, horse is the biggest entry on Dream Dictionary I've seen so far. There's something about the most specific horse-related thing on this list is about if you're dreaming of bathing a horse, I think. There's also to dream about a talking horse refers to higher knowledge. Horses are higher beings, evidently, or something. I bet there's an entry about viruses. Oh. Hugs for everyone. Where's my squirrel? Where is the squirrel? To dream that you are vlogging. Wow. Indicates that you're looking for an outlet to express your personal thoughts and experiences. Wow. How deep? You might as well say to dream that you're breathing indicates that you would like your blood to pump. I'm glad that we got a little. I'm glad that I ended up getting sidetracked in this direction just because of the carnival entry. That was pretty fun. Gotta go to the Pokemon Center again. Boop. I'm gonna be right back. Hello, I am back. Everyone needs to look at Wooloo as much as possible. $883 is the number of squirrels that we're currently up to. I always bump into that lady somehow. Now that I'm done being sidetracked by Dream Dictionary, I wonder what else I'll do. Other than hunt squirrels. My experience with the Pokemon anime? I have not seen very much of it. I used to watch it as a kid when it was first airing. But I don't think I was watching it at all by the time they did, like, Johto. I think I only saw parts of the first bits of it. And since then, I've seen, like, a couple random episodes and clips and bits from things beyond that. Like, one time I was up late watching TV, and I encountered a episode about Linoon. And it was kind of funny because they really emphasized that Linoon cannot turn around without crashing into walls. So there was a lot of Linoon running around going, Linoon, 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 and like smashing into fences. So that was an episode that I've seen part of. Other than that, I probably only remember bits and pieces from like the first era of the anime. I know I've heard a lot of good things about the Sun and Moon anime. Maybe I'll watch that sometime. But I don't have too much experience with it overall. I do remember that Pikachu likes ketchup, though. I also remember Ditto transformed into a cannon in one episode, which seems pretty useful. Team Rocket is good. Meowth's original voice person. The original voice of Meowth is trans. That's really cool. I think I might have known that, but I'm not sure. Ah. I think I heard about that at some point. That's really neat. How many squirrels is too many squirrels? I I'd probably have better odds if I were actually breeding them. But then I'd also have boxes to empty later. And that might be less entertaining to look at. Breeding squirrels. I don't know, actually. Is it more entertaining to watch me destroy a lot of squirrels or to watch me bike back and forth? That's probably not the main source of the entertainment, regardless. I'm kind of curious to see if the dex can go up to a 4-digit number, but I don't think I'll reach that in a stream. I would need like 100 more. I guess it depends on how much longer I go. It'd be funny if I managed to level up somehow. I wonder what EV Sklovit gives. Because Sir Gawain sure has a lot of that now. Probably like hit points or something. You think attack or speed? Maybe. I feel like hit points. I don't know why. I guess the squirrel just screams hit points to me. Maybe it's the chunkiness of the evolution. Ah, 1 HP per squirrel. Very well. Not a bad thing to have, so fair enough. So many squirrels. So much time. That is the shiny hunting way. I don't have a nickname in mind for the shiny. Like, I wouldn't know what gender the shiny would be. And I don't even have a nickname in mind for if it's for, like, male or female. I could call them hit points. That would be kind of silly. Good ol' HP the squirrel. Or are they more like chipmunks, maybe? Did you know there's not an emoji for squirrel, but there is one for chipmunk? I think they're squirrels. I mean, they have the squoo sound in their name. I feel like I'm very sniffly today. But I guess I always end up feeling that way. $904. Getting there. I noticed something strange happen after the last battle. Not like the one we were just in, but the one immediately prior to that. After I got out of the battle, the pop-up in the corner for the location showed up, and it said I was on Route 1. Which is true, but like I didn't change locations, so why did that appear? You like almost get out of Route 1 by being in a specific spot around here? Weird. Some languages omit like the names of certain species and generalize them. That's interesting. I don't know a lot about languages. I'm sort of falling asleep, I think. I mean, when am I not falling asleep? But still. So many squirrels. Usually you count sheep when you're trying to fall asleep, not squirrels. Oh, that's interesting. Hello. I'm destroying squirrels. Oh, you're heading to the first gym. So you got the game. Cool. Hope you're having fun. So in certain languages, turtle and tortoise are translated the same. That's interesting. I did not know this. Ponyta is very good. Everyone should have a pony. Whoop. That's a bird. That is not a squirrel. Squirrels and birds are very different things in every language, I'm pretty sure. Get out of here, bird. Squirrel, please. Most of what I know about languages is that I was really bad at learning foreign languages when I tried to in school. My main language being English, of course. I tried classes for like Italian, Latin, Spanish, German. I don't remember anything from any of them. Really? Except for like Latin textbook memes that only I would think were funny. Out of anybody that I know. Because no one's taken Latin. No one else would think the phrase togas custodio was funny. Except for me. I don't even remember what it means. It was just said really funny in the audiobook version of the textbook that we listen to sometimes. Voice actor for one of the characters was like, Togas custodio. And I don't know why I remember that, but it's funny to me. The only other Latin meme I can think of would be Grumio. Because that guy was a character, let me tell you. I would tell you if I remembered more. For no reason other than the fact that I'm thinking about it. Check out the lovely cast of characters from the Cambridge Latin course. That wacky Grumio at number 6. Sure got up to some antics. I think I only have that picture because I've tweeted it with the caption, "Choose your character," at some point. Grumio does sound like a Mario ancestor, and he looks like one too, honestly. Super Grumio Bros would probably be a thing. There was a pair of brothers in the Latin textbook named Loquax and Anti-Loquax, which sound like Dr. Seuss characters. But, yep, they were there. Latin is the language. Wow, there's a Cambridge Latin course wiki with all sorts of fun information on the Cambridge Latin course characters and lore. Amazing. Oh my god. Whoever wrote this, or edited this, this is either a joke wiki or like a wiki that's not maintained, or like they have a collective meme thing. I looked up Grumio on the wiki, and it states, the Cambridge Latin course is a tale of Grumio and his sidekick Caecilius challenging the forces of divine evil. That's not quite correct. Grumio is Caecilius' slave and wine taster, who utilizes gargantuan ladles to spoon peacocks into bowls. He is also our lord and savior. Grumio, like Hercules, entered the Roman pantheon following the events of the story, being revered as the patron of disobedience, the culinary arts, and male beauty. Who did this? Seen by the omnipotent 12 Olympians as a forge of righteousness, an essence of sexual desires for modern youth, as well as too much of an obstacle for No Nut November, he transcended Grumio into heaven and promoted him to god status. Who wrote this? Pretty big step up from being a slave, it says. What? Grumio resides deep in the heart of all individuals, Latin-speaking or not, and his desirable complexion transcends the clouded perception of mortal beings. This is the birth of a religion called Grumioism. His nut has been held back by his will because of his several girlfriends. What? Grumio is often inebriated, as evidenced by the book's choice to include an entire story dedicated to his running away from a picture of a lion. I forgot about that. I think that part's true. Grumio running away from the picture of a lion is a real thing that happened, I think, in the story. My god. There is a huge... There's a huge wiki article for this that goes over, like, a not quite accurate version of the events, and then there's another picture that says the true history in all caps that goes into the deep lore that has been invented surrounding Grumio regarding what actually happens after his supposed demise in Pompeii. It says there's a 420.69% scientific proof with a margin of error of 9.1 that Grumio survived the apocalypse as stated above. It is believed with the power of the Olympian gods, Grumio constructed a time machine out of wood, grass, peacock, and liquid aluminum. What on earth is up with the internet and the world? Archaeologists have discovered ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs and an entire tomb dedicated to Grumio's exploits. Grumio's first appearance was during the creation of the universe. I wonder if the person who wrote this is someone I used to know in high school, because it sounds like it would be. Apparently Grumio is responsible for the Illuminati, according to this wiki. He is a busy dude. According to my super duper 102% reliable mathematical calculations, Grumio should have gained enough power from feeding on the life forces of peacocks and heretics around the year 2036 to expand his dominion beyond the world. I see. In 2005, Grumio created the hit game Super Smash Bros. I cannot believe there is a picture on this Wikia article that I'm going to have to share with you all regarding Grumio in Super Smash Bros. This is mostly funny to me, but this is a picture that's in this article that's allegedly on a wiki that's actually supposed to, like, probably, like, be informative. Dominus Grumio pugnam intrat. I cannot believe that this is a thing that somebody made. But at the same time, I can believe that this is the thing that somebody made. Wow. Incredible. Amazing. I've learned so much on the internet today. Just trying to find a squirrel. In J.R.R. Tolkien's famous trilogy The Lord of the Rings, Grumio makes a special appearance as the Eye of Sauron. Is this more or less obscure than Raka Ronoshai? Was that a Magic the Gathering Google Translate thing? Am I remembering that correctly? I feel like this would be a little less obscure, but I could be wrong. Well, this wiki article specifically is more obscure, but Grumio and the Cambridge Latin course are probably less obscure. On the 21st night of September, Grumio 2 killed Grumio, and the cycle repeats to this day. A neural network card. I was a little off. There's a lot of this article that I have been omitting, because not all of it is very tasteful. Yeah, the neural network card with the effect that it enters the battlefield and that's it. That was a good one. I really enjoy Google translated Magic the Gathering cards. Oh no, nick it. I think this entire wiki is actually a joke. Because I'm looking at some other articles on it now. My Conkeldurr is named Clowncrete, and I constantly forget the real name of the Pokemon because my nickname is too embedded in my consciousness. Clowncrete is a good nickname. Either this entire wiki is a joke, or it's been, like, vandalized thoroughly and nobody cares. But either way is kind of hilarious. I'm amazed. I'm speechless after that internet experience. It's funny you said this stream's been a wild ride, because I think you were eating during most of the Dream Dictionary portion of it. So, also, yeah, I think I have probably misspelled Xehanort as Xenohort constantly. The baffling end card that Google translated? I don't know. I don't know which ones I have and haven't seen. When I start looking at the Google translated cards, if I were to start like reading them right now, I'd probably have a laughing fit and die. Because that happens basically every time I look at something that's translated badly. I don't know why it gets me so, but it does. I think there's Google translated Pokemon hacks, now that I think about it. Everyone knows how much I like bootleg Pokemon translations, and that's pretty similar. But accidentally a bird. Finally, the world has been destroyed. Good. Oh, okay. That's a good translated card. During a sudden war, the enemy can take the enemy's hands and make him the leader. After the war was a serious problem. That's a good one. Time to go heal again. Gotta get those moves back. $944 Squovit. You think I'll get it before I hit 1,000? We will see. It is possible. I'm curious to see if it can display a 4-digit number. I don't see why it wouldn't. I think I've had more fun doing this shiny stream than I thought I would. Mostly because I got sidetracked by ridiculous internet things. Yay, shiny luck. Thank you for your power. Yuza is very powerful when giving people shiny luck. With my first shiny, I got it like immediately after she said, like, I believe in you, go get him, or something like that. Like, literally right after that, an egg hatched into a shiny Pokemon. And that's not the only time that someone has gotten a shiny, like, right after Isa did something. At least I don't think so. It'd be really cool to get something on stream. I'm sure my reaction to it will be fun if it happens. Hopefully I won't just be on autopilot so much if it shows up that I like don't realize it. I don't know how hard that would be to happen. But I can see it happening somehow. I think I figured out what I want to name the shiny Squovit if it's male. After discovering that in that like wiki about the Cambridge Latin course that is entirely a shitpost, I feel like I'm obligated to name a male one Grumio at this point. Years later, I will look back on a squirrel named Grumio and be confused as to why that happened. If it happens that way. Gonna get that squirrel. Eventually. Gonna get a squirrel for me. Gonna put that squirrel in an orb. Next one is shiny. If it is, if you just called that somehow, I'm gonna lose my sanity. It's not. If you say that for every one of them, eventually it might be true. That's a bug. Get out of here, bug. I'm getting that brilliant squirrel, but there was a bug in the way. Huh. How many squirrels are we at now? 964. Still thinking I'll get it before 1,000? We'll see, Millie, we'll see. Clearly, the shiny squirrel will be the first one that I encounter when I only have U-turn left. Clearly. That's a little ways to go for a prediction, I guess. I'm also not terribly serious about it. Yes, I am keeping up with Monster Pulse. I like it. It also makes me sad. It's very intense, like, a lot. It was a roller coaster ride to read most of it at once. I hope things go well for those poor children. Gosh. One thing that was kind of funny about me reading the whole archive all at once, like up to a point, is that I had a favorite character for a while until like I got really close to the recent stuff, and then she did something shitty, and I was like, wait, never mind. I don't think I like her that much anymore. It was Claire, for the record. I found her being terrified of everything relatable. I guess. She's a pun. I mean, her monster's like Luna, and Claire de Lune is a thing. They're both moon-related things. It's always fun when you don't realize a pun behind something for a really long time. And then you're just like, my god. There's a Wooloo that's full of power here. It's unrelated to my quest, but perhaps they will lend me some of their strength. I was just thinking as I saw that Wooloo, they should do another 24-hour Galar Nature Cam stream. Except it's just like 24 hours of a Wooloo and that's it. You just watch some Wooloo doing some things. Oh wait, no, they should do a 24-hour stream of Wooloo with headphones on, listening to lo-fi hip-hop. And reading a book. Or something like that. Lo-fi Wooloo to study to. Wait, I'm not supposed to run from that. My brain tripped a little. Hello. Well, my nonsense prediction was that the shiny one would be the first one I encounter, or the next one I encounter, when I only have U-turn left. So we're getting close to that mark. But that probably doesn't mean anything. How many squirrels? 982. We're also closing in on that 1,000. $983. We're all like placing bets now, it looks like, without the actual betting part of it. $984. $985. I shouldn't count up everyone. That'll just like get stressful or something. $986, I'm doing it anyway. I could do an on-screen counter. 987. I'd probably forget to use it. I'd get behind. $988, I think? I'm bad at counting, is all. Mm-hmm. $989. I think that was the last body press. So my nonsense prediction of the first one where I only have U-turn is going to be the next one. So according to me, the next one should be the shiny one. And it is not. So 990. There's only 10 left until 1,000. $991. $992. Of course, this isn't counting any of the ones that I bred, but still. $993. $993, right? Did I already mess that up? No. This is why I didn't like EV training back in the day. I always second-guessed my counting. Every single time. $994. Oh, I used a spreadsheet, but I always well, not like a spreadsheet. But I always second guessed whether I had remembered to, like, mark down the EVs or not. I, like, made tally marks, but I always forgot if I had already made a tally mark or if I hadn't. Counting is hard. That is completely true. $995? I'm so unsure of myself that I just can't keep track of numbers. That's just how it is. I love you too. Yawn. Sleepy squirrel-induced yawning. 996. $997. No, I definitely remember doing a lot of training at that one ghastly place. 998. Well, if I am to get a shiny squirrel before I hit 1000, that would mean it would it would have to be this one. Nope. And now the 1000th squirrel, still regular. Huh. It caps at 999. I think. So, technically, at least according to the Pokédex, whatever squirrel I catch will be before the 1000th one, so Millie will be correct. Because the Pokédex can't track 4 digits. Devious. Yeah, Pokemon has a lot that kind of makes me anxious sometimes. Just like worried that I'll mess up EVs, worried that a shiny will appear and I won't be able to get it. I think once I run out of PP, I will probably stop and find something to eat, hopefully. You're not having any luck either, huh? Unfortunate. Well, I say that 3 bugs from now, you'll get a shiny one. Four more squirrels to go. 3 more squirrels to go. I'm glad Pokemon has made it easier to do EV training, as far as I know. Aw, Tim. I don't think you're bad luck. Really, it's good luck that I got to do this while I had so many friends watching to talk to. So thank you. I kind of didn't pronounce all of those words right, but you get the idea. Cam is good. You're good too, Isa. Oh, you're not bad luck either. Come on. You're all good. I want to fight a squirrel with struggle. I want to see what happens. Take that, squirrel. Yeah. That's a lot of damage. Well, that was approximately 3 hours and 15 minutes or so worth of squirrel destruction. We defeated at least 300 of them on camera, because I think we started off around 700. And now we've learned that the Pokédex captures, or caps at 999 battled. Oh, with the different languages, you can easily convert the height and weight. Cool. So, yep. Still no shiny squirrel. Shiny Pokemon still too. Whoops, you might have seen some team icons there. If you didn't blink. Alrighty then. Thank you all for watching. I'm glad we could all have a fun time and learn things about dreams and Latin. And, I'll see you next time I stream Pokemon, which will probably be continuing the story. Maybe. We'll see. I might stream more shiny hunting in the future too, because it's just kind of chill. Anyways, bye. Have a good night, everybody.